And when it takes one of their family members' lives, it's a wake-up call. All I wanted from that one hit for 7 straight years was to find out where could I get my next hit.
Now, the opioid crisis is killing so many people across the country. Now in the state of Ohio, word is it's running out of room at the morgue, so much so that state officials in Ohio have had to resort to using cold storage trailers for the deceased. Now, according to the Ohio Department of Health, the number of opioid-related deaths skyrocketed from nearly 300 in 2003 to over 2,500 in 2015. That's a 775% jump.
And so, I was a pastor on crack cocaine. Not just an individual, a pastor on crack cocaine. And I strongly believe that the reason why I stayed addicted so long was because I was embarrassed, I was ashamed. And crack cocaine eased the shame of being a pastor. Isn't that crazy? So here we go in a circle. I'm ashamed because I'm a pastor on crack cocaine. So I got to use crack cocaine because it takes away the pain. My whole life right now is surrounded and shrouded in what can I do to help individuals stay away from drugs? What can I do to help youth to never taste that poison? I was so tired of living, and I tried every single thing that I thought I could try. Through rehab, 30-day rehab, 60-day rehab, 90-day rehab. And when I would come back from the rehab, the first place I would go is to my drug dealer. And I would start back up again. How do you get started? What happens? No one believes they're ever going to get addicted. No one tries to become addicted. And when they become addicted to whatever the drug is, I've never met a drug addict that has said, woohoo, I made it. Woo! I've been trying my best to be a heroin addict. I've been trying my best to be a crack addict. Man, I've been trying to find these cool cigarettes, and look, you know what? I finally made it. I'm smoking a whole pack of cool cigarettes all day. Woohoo! I made it. Every single addict that I have ever met, the language is, one day we'll be free. One day we're going to get off of this, out of this addiction. My addiction started with marijuana, smoking pot. They told me pot wasn't a drug that you wouldn't get addicted by. And I believed the story. And I smoked a lot of pot, and you smoke so much marijuana to where your body becomes acclimated, and so you can't get high from one joint anymore. Then you can't get high from 2 joints, and you can't get high from 5 joints. And all of a sudden you can't get high, and so you use something else within the marijuana. My choice of drug was crack cocaine, and you put the marijuana into the crack cocaine into the marijuana, and that is what is called a Grimmy. And I was introduced to the Grimmy, and the first hit of that Grimmy, I didn't want marijuana anymore. I didn't want my wife, I didn't want my children, I didn't want my job, I didn't want my church. All I wanted from that one hit for 7 straight years was to find out where could I get my next hit. The individual that's addicted never plans to become an addict. we always, all the time believe it will not happen to me. I'm mentally strong enough, that's not going to happen. My addiction affected my entire family. 7 years of crack cocaine. Affected my wife, my children, my job. When you become addicted to whatever drug you choose, you're not the only one that suffers. Your entire family suffers. Your entire neighborhood suffers, because if you can't get the money from your family, you'll rob, steal, and even kill individuals in and out your neighborhood. There's always some reason why an individual is on a drug. And in the 6th year I wanted to die. I thought about suicide. I thought of many things, and I asked God to kill me, let me have my funeral. Wanted to die. I really did, because I knew then I felt that I tried everything. What's driving the opioid addiction? We know that when the laws have changed, that hospital or doctors could not prescribe opioids the way they used to. And now there's a system put in place that wasn't in place before. The system that is put in place is now doctors can see every patient of the next doctor who's giving opioids. That didn't happen some years ago. In other words, a person could go from one doctor to the next, and to the next, to the next, and get all these opioid pills. Well, there's a law now put in place by through legislation that says that the doctors have to share that information. And so the pills that an individual could get, the opioid pills, are not there anymore. And so they went to the streets, to heroin. And so what's driving, really driving the opioid or the heroin addiction is that it is not as prevalent, or it's not there for those that are still suffering from the addiction. They can't get that prescription anymore from the doctors. So they've gone to the street, and we have an explosion of deaths from heroin.
As our country copes with this huge opioid addiction problem, a lot of blame has been placed on big pharmaceutical companies. In fact, some public entities have actually sued these companies for damages done to their communities. I wanted Bishop Allen and Director Ruth Tamonte's take on this issue.
Drugs have always been about making money. And so why wouldn't Big Pharma get involved in pushing pills, trying to make money through the doctors? This is the reason why the law has been changed, so that the doctors would not adhere to Big Pharma. But because of the money that's available, I think we have a very serious problem, and I think that law enforcement should pay close attention to Big Pharma.